Hello, thank you for joining me today for our Godly Play lesson. Today's lesson is the parable of the Good Shepherd. All of our parable stories are found in these boxes on a shelf over to my left. Now the first thing we'll see is that our box is gold. There must be something very valuable in it. Maybe a parable is even more valuable than gold. The next thing we see is that it has a lid on it. Most of our stories are in boxes that are just open to see, but our parables have lids. They're closed. Sometimes a parable has to be entered into. Sometimes, even when we think we're ready, we can't get in. Sometimes we just have to wait for the parable to open for us. It looks kind of like a present box, because parables are like presents that were given to all of us before any of us were born. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to wait for your birthday or Christmas to get it. It's already been given to you. We just have to wait for the parable to open up for us. Let's see what's inside. I wonder what this is. Maybe it's like, what are those things in a pond that a frog sits on? A lily pad. Maybe it's the top of a tree. Maybe it's just one leaf from a really huge tree. I wonder if there's anything on the other side, because there's always another side. Let's see what else there is. Wonder what this is. Maybe it's like a mirror, or maybe it's a window, something we can see through or see ourselves in. There are also these little black pieces. They're so dark, no light gets through. Maybe they're supposed to make a face, a frowny face, because there's no light. There are also these brown pieces. Maybe it'll be a tree trunk or just a stick. Or maybe it's a path through the grass. There are more of them. Maybe they'll make a bridge between two paths. They're piling up now, making something bigger and stronger, like maybe a log house. Or a barn. Maybe a place for someone to live. I wonder who or what lives there. There once was a man who taught people many things. And he was so wise and did so many wonderful things. People used to ask, "Who are you? How do you know these things that you teach us? How can you do these miracles?" And one time when they asked him, that man said, "I am the Good Shepherd." I have many sheep. How many sheep do you think he has? More sheep? Less sheep? Maybe all the sheep belong to him? And he said, "I know all of the sheep that are mine. I know their names. And when I open the gate and let them out of the sheepfold where they stay, they follow me because they know my voice, and I call them each by name." And I lead them to green grass where they can eat their fill. And I lead them down to rest beside nice, cool, fresh water where they can drink and be safe. And when there are dangerous places, I lead them through safely. So that they're not hurt by the thorns and the briars and the rocks. And at night, when I put them back in the sheepfold, count each of them. And I greet them by name. And if even one is missing, I go and I search for them. I look in the green fields and I search by the safe waters. But if I can't find them, I even venture back to the dangerous places, because I lose none of my sheep. And when I find them, I put them on my shoulders, even if they're heavy and I'm tired, to make sure I can get them back safely to the sheepfold, where they'll be protected at night. That is what makes me a good shepherd. There are others, ordinary shepherds. They don't know the sheep's name. And so, when they're let out, they don't follow. They don't know his voice. Some go wherever they want. Some may even go to danger. The ordinary shepherd doesn't look after them the same way as the good shepherd. And when the wolf comes to find a sheep for his dinner, the ordinary shepherd runs away and abandons his sheep. But the good shepherd, he stands between the wolf and the sheep. He would even lay down his own life to protect his sheep. And he chases the wolf away. And makes sure that all of his sheep can get back home safely. Only when they're all there, safe for the night, does the good shepherd sleep himself. I wonder what the sheep's names actually are. I wonder if you've ever been to places where you can rest, like the shepherd led his sheep to. And I wonder if you've ever been to dangerous places. wonder if you've ever been lost. And I wonder who found you when you were. Do you think the sheep are happy in this safe place? I wonder if you have your own safe place that makes you happy. I wonder if the Good Shepherd knows your name. And I wonder if you know what his voice sounds like. I wonder what Jesus was teaching us in this story, and where this place really is. That was our parable story for today. And I hope it opened up for you, and you were maybe able to go a little bit inside the story.